I've seen it, but I didn't really know what it did.
Well, I built one. That's built my own. It's a speaker,
right?
Turned around backwards, has a microphone.
Okay.
So a speaker projects sound. If you reverse the polarity and send the signal in the other direction, it picks up sound. So it's just like the coil in this microphone.
All right.
So this is kind of a little speaker that's the coil. It's called a moving coil microphone, a dynamic microphone. So it's the same principle. It's magnets and wires.
I believe the Beatles did that.
They did all kinds of cool stuff like that.
I think they did that for Paul McCartney, mid to later 60s when he was playing the Rickenbacker.
Right.
Wow.
I heard that Jeff Emmerich had done that.
Yeah.
A big 18-inch speaker.
Wow.
I could be wrong, but I know I read this somewhere. So he reversed the polarity. And then he butted the 18-inch microphone right up against the 18-inch speaker.
That's right. That works.
Right up to each other.
Yep.
So it was the mic, if you will, is catching the full parameter.
That's right.
That's designed to pick up more low end?
Because of the way the speaker is designed, it produces low end.
Oh, okay.
So therefore it picks up low end.
Sure.
So it doesn't necessarily sound that great, but it gives you a very fully dynamic low end of your frequency spectrum.
Okay.
So the bottom end of the frequency spectrum might be a little fatter than what a microphone would pick up. Nice. And that's the purpose of a sub kick.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
But then mixed in with the other mic placements, you get that full sound.
So think about this. You know how your bass always sounds good in the car? Like you always have good bass in the car.
Right.
Those are 5.5, 6.5 inch woofers in the car. You take those speakers out the car, which the car has a lot to do with it. But those speakers have a good bass reproduction. So that size speaker also will pick up that bass and make your kick drum, in turn, sound good in the car.
Okay.
You want your kick drum to sound good in the car, so if you record it through a car speaker, it's going to be the perfect frequency response.
Wow, man.
Wow, man, this is great. Nice. Bro, I love this podcast.
That's awesome. Well, right now, Donna Fulp's eyes are glazing over.
She's probably giving up by now. I hope Jimmy's liking this, though.
Jimmy probably loves it.
That's one thing about my podcast, though. Like, a lot of people don't want to listen to this technical stuff for a long time. So I try to make it a little fun and throwing stuff like that in
and
there.
Derek and I, we're stupid, so people want to hear that.
Man, y'all should come over.
It's shocking how dumb I really am.
It's not a lot to it, man. It's just it's kind of like math. Once you learn the formula, it makes sense.
But you mentioned audience not wanting to listen to too much of it.
Yeah.
I mean, retention rate is a whole analytic we can talk about.
Sir.
But part of podcasting or YouTube or this content that we all produce here, you want to niche it down because there are people out there that I'm sure watch every second of your stuff because they are really into that, so you do what you do, that's your niche. All right. There's more pieces to the drum set, right?
Absolutely.
So snare, toms, what do you got going on there?
The next thing to focus on after the kick. So the kick is just one of those things I like to get out of the way. The most important drums to me are the overheads and the room microphones.
Sure.
So I'll start listening to the drum kit the way it sounds in the room.
Okay.
And I'll let the drummer get on the kit and just start jamming. We've got the heads tuned up. We might make some tweaks, and he's going to want to move some stuff. That's most important.
Sure.
Let the drummer get comfortable. Number one thing, let the drummer be comfortable. And, I'm messing with the kick. I put earplugs in at this point, too, because I'm close to the drums and he's banging on them. So the snare drum, stick a mic on it.